Now we are live.
Last check, first one, right?
I got to get myself together because I got some place to go. And I'm praying when I get there, I see everyone I know. But I'm saying, Lord, you ain't got to take me no time soon.
That's right.
It's
That's
your,
right.
it's your main man, Action Jackson. And you rock with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. And I'm going to just let her introduce herself. I won't say nothing nice.
It's your girl Tamara Fair on the air, and I am super excited to be posted here on Tell Me Something Good Tuesday. It's so many good things to tell. Now you can get mired down in all the other bad, ugly, non-great things that are going on in the world, but I am urging you, I'm encouraging you, stay positive because God is good, and all the time
He is
He's
good.
good.
All right. Listen, Reverend Mother. Well, you know what? I just left the Leaders Network meeting, and I promise you, sometimes when you're going through, you don't got to stay in the house. If you ain't having a bad day, get around some good people. I was around some good people. I learned some great things. And I got to see our very own Winona Redmond, who was in the building at the meeting this
All
morning.
right.
And
You're
got
always
up.
in the greatest meetings.
You know what? She got up and talked about the Brunch Bunch.
She
And
did.
how great of a show we are. And then I got up and talked about access to capital and how we need it in our community and how we had to be diligent over our finances and build banking relationships. Because when you need financial blessings, you don't always have family or friends that can just write the check.
You're right. And sometimes even those banks that you have a full relationship, a lot of people who've been in banking with certain institutions for 20, 30 years, then go in there and ask for a loan, get denied, have all of the credentials, but still get denied. Those are the things that we really, really, really need to make sure that we're intentional about changing.
And that was my message this morning. I said exactly what you just said. I said the worst feeling in the world is to have done business with an institution, and when you go because you need them, they tell you no. I said, but that's why we have to create our own and invest in our own. Because when you have those relationships, like the Leaders Network Credit Union, shout out to them. And then a young lady got up and said, "Oh, I have a nonprofit. We give out $50,000 lines of credits for people that are doing real estate development." I said, "You my new best friend. I know I'm supposed to be in this meeting." So it's exciting times, exciting things. We got a great show for you.
Well, that's really, really important because if you're not in those rooms and those resources are not being advertised, you will never know that you can qualify for $50,000. And usually it's not even that big of a qualification process.
That's it. And they said because they're a nonprofit, and I got their info, so we're gonna vet them and then invite them on the show. And then the Leaders Network Credit Union, and this goes back to the relationship. They created a small loan just for the Leaders Network members, right? 400 credit score, you can go get you a $300 loan. And he was like,
400 credit score, that's basement.
He said it, and that's what he said. He
amazing.
said it's created for the community, and one of the things he said 6 months, and at the end you paying you just an extra $25 on that loan. Trust me, I was talking about interest rate this morning. You can't beat that with a stick. But I people were like, oh, and I'm like, that 300 could be 300,000. You got to go show them that you can do right by it, and then they'll keep increasing and giving you more access to capital.
Now, don't go buy no bag with it because for $300 you can only buy.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know what bag.
You can for sure. You could buy two, but here's the thing: those are emergency funds.
Yeah.
Anytime you're paying interest on anything, you're using those funds in order to get qualify for more funds.
That is true.
You gotta be good stewards with those money.
You have to be, and you have to show people and the banks better than you can tell them that you are a new person. That's right. I can't get no help up here. Come on, lights. But we are excited. Shout out to Beauty, who she said y'all teaching today. That's right. Listen, this is what we do, and I mentioned that every day on the Brunch Bunch. I'm blessed to come with you and help people. And
$300 doesn't sound like a lot to a lot of people, but it's the difference between getting to work and not. It's the difference between keeping your lights on and being in the dark. Yep. It's the difference between having your gas on in the wintertime in Chicago or other cold states and being cold and your children being cold. Those are things that people do not necessarily look at. But $300 is game changing for a lot of people.
So we're going to be posting that information. We are on a mission to help 1,000 people become members of the Leaders Network Credit Union.
That should be easy.
It should be definitely
easy. And they should all
easy.
get $300.
Well, go get the money. Go get the money.
Go get your
All
blessing.
you got to do is go and get it, because the blessings of the Lord make you rich and addeth no sorrow. But they not just going to fall in your lap at home. You got to go get your blessing. You got to go do something. And speaking of blessings, and then I attempted to sing. But let me tell you something. If I could sing, I definitely would enter this $100,000 contest. That when you don't have to be an amateur. You could be a professional or amateur or whatever. But at the Wind Creek Casino? I don't know nothing about no casino.
Yeah, I can tell you don't. But it's one of the closest casinos
it's a new
to us.
one.
And we're going to post that on our socials, because literally, if you've got a voice and some courage, you can enter into this contest and possibly win $100,000. Now, I know plenty of people that can sing, and I know plenty of people that need $100,000.
Listen, I wish I could sing, because I need $100,000. But you know what? I put my faith and trust and belief in God. And in all our ways, if we acknowledge him, he will definitely direct our path. So listen, let him lead you and guide you. Don't go nowhere. Come right back, because we got a great show right here on the Brunch Bunch.
If you could sing,
I would have been up in there blowing.
No win-win communications today, right?
No.
Okay.
He's so funny.
Serving our community. Mention the Brunch Bunch and receive a special discount on your first
Yes.
service. Take control today.
Well, I like that color hair, obviously.
And I was like, oh my God, me and Tammy get the same color.
Exactly. We got a new song. Playing it in rotation.
Oh, I gotta let me put that in now. Lord Jesus. Okay.
Be social. Be outspoken. Be family. Be different. Be Queez.
Queez, a new luxury brand from Jamera Fair. Queez comes in 2 distinct.
Was Jarrell able to get it in yesterday or no?
Hi, Darian. No, I don't know. I was looking for you Friday. Hi, my baby. I love that commercial. The Flanagan commercial. In a crash and need some cash? Don't start panicking. Just call Flanagan.
The run the show is printed.
Oh. I said, get that run of the show off the thing. Uh-oh.
Service and justice. Call us at 773-789-8LAW or contact us online at
What's your story?
I wanted to talk about, did you see the Haitians? ICE went to a Haitian community in New York to start deporting people, and the whole Haitian community came out. ICE had to leave. Them black folks said,
I seen that on TikTok.
Them Haitians did I'm talking.
They did that in Cleveland.
It was powerful.
Y'all remember that? About 6 months ago.
Not when Trump said they was eating dogs.
They did that in Cleveland. They came and said, I don't know what you thought, but let us change your mind.
I threw a song in really quickly so I could get this song in for Tam.
Okay, cool.
It was Mary Day today.
Hey, Justice.
Hey, Justice.
So I saw a couple videos of Haitians actually fighting back against ICE. ICE in the Haitian community trying to kidnap some people, and the Haitians were literally fighting back.
Oh yeah, we gotta talk about that.
People, throwing them to the ground, escorting their people away from them. Anytime ICE would grab somebody, the people would hop on that ICE agent and throw them to the ground. They were literally
wow.
Back. And this honestly makes sense.
I said, leave it to the black people.
Asian community didn't stand organized. They fought back. They stood together after the government announced it needed temporary protection status.
That was so dope.
What did you say?
The government ended the temporary. They trying to put everybody out. Who is this?
It took so much for the Haitians to get in anyway.
Let me get this straight. Ice Brigade. You guys went to go do your ice raid and collect a bunch of Haitians. And you stepped into a neighborhood and you saw this flag. You saw this flag. You see that flag? You saw that flag. And you thought your ass was about to get You thought your ass was about to get fucked up? Are you serious? Do you know what Haitian means to that flag? Do you know what Haiti means to that African?
We got a minute left on this one.
Okay.
Load this song in.
Well, don't play that song right after.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh.
DJ B-Lo, what's up?
Beauty, if you're a member and refer someone, you be able to get something up at the credit union.
What happened?
Beauty said once you become a member of the credit union, you refer people, they got incentives for you.
Oh, that's nice. Because if you tell somebody to go to your bank,
they ain't giving
they're
you
not
nothing.
giving you nothing. They might not even say thank you. Hey, Reynolds.
Hello?
What's up? What's up?
I'll send Karan to get you.
You can't hear me?
You at the red
There's something
hallway,
going
right?
on. Can you see why you...
All right.
Give me a second.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
Can you see why they can't hear me on Instagram?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In the wrong intro.
You gonna talk about the Haitians? Okay.
I will.
I want to. I'll just intro this.
We're in the raw with Tamara Bear on the Brunch Bunch.
So Ice tried it, but the Haitians said, not today, Satan. Listen, Ice came and tried to kidnap some of the Haitians to deport them. And when I tell you that the entire Haitian community came out in droves and shut it down. When I tell you shut it down, now, of course, it's all over social media. If you would like to see the videos, and of course, everybody's making videos behind it. If communities could come together like the Haitians just show their display of unity and solidarity, I promise you things would start to change.
Listen, that video really inspired me, encouraged me, and made me happy. Black folks don't play. One video said when the ICE agents saw that red, black, and green Pan-African flag in that New York community, they should have kept rolling on somewhere else. But every time an ICE agent, it's like, I don't even know, did they hootie hoo or something to get everybody outside?
Exactly.
Because
or they planned it ahead of time because they knew it was a possibility that they would come.
So they knew if you see an ICE agent, everybody run outside.
Exactly.
Take over the street, don't let them through. And every time an ICE agent grabbed somebody, the Haitians grabbed them, was flipping them ICE agents. But that is the power of, they say if you just have your hands open, you could slap somebody, but it's not that strong. But when you put these fingers together, you could knock them out. And that's what the Haitians did. I'm so proud of them.
Me too. I got to give them a standing ovation. Like, seriously. But you know what? That really does show you how strength in numbers really can move the needle in the way that you want it to go. So we constantly talk about solidarity in the communities, right? Not just Black communities, but any community. Because this is getting ready to happen to so many, the Polish community, the Ukrainian community. I mean, literally a Jamaican community that are living here in the United States. And so they have given you the blueprint as to how to react if, in fact, those things are happening in your communities. Because a lot of these people that are being taken illegally.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have criminal records. And how would you know if they had a criminal record?
Right.
If you didn't go to that person's address and you were able to actually connect them with the name and all of the details that associated them. So you're just grabbing people, literally.
Yeah, and you don't know. And this was in Brooklyn. And I saw another post right now that said the Haitians said that getting sent back to Haiti is a death sentence for them. So and I said that in the Leaders Network meeting this morning, and it's not to make excuse. Brother Malcolm used to always say, The sticker man doesn't wake up in the morning and just say, "Oh, I feel like robbing people today." They go cut the lights on, the lights off. They go to the refrigerator. They don't have any food. They resort to by any means necessary.
Survival.
And that is what the Haitians did. They said, I'd rather whoop you than get sent back to die.
Yeah, because I understand that Haiti has never really recovered. Now, Haiti, it has a rich history, and in terms of being a poster child for Black unity, they definitely have that on lock.
Yeah.
Now, I'm talking about in Haiti, but they brought those same sentiments over here to the United States, and they are making a difference. Now, irrespective of what you think about that, irrespective of what you think about them, every single community needs to galvanize their best resources, which is your human resource.
Yeah. And so one of the things is Trump ended TPS. And what that was protecting the Haitians from being sent back. But Trump said Haiti has improved enough that it's safe for migrants to return to their Caribbean nation. I don't know what he be reading or watching, because it ain't true.
You got to go there and actually put your eyes on it, because that is absolutely not. There's so much looting and poverty. Not only just poverty, but the crime rate in Haiti has increased exponentially. Well, but remember when the Haitians were coming over and they were dying, like literally off the shores of the United States, and they didn't send anybody to help them? You remember that? That was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, when they came and they were trying to seek asylum, like other people that
like
don't,
the Ukrainians,
like
almost simultaneously.
It was around the same time, and they were getting roped up.
Yep.
And
like cattle.
Like cattle, and it was so sad.
Or catfish, because they were in the water.
Yo, both. Yeah. Cattle and catfish.
Yeah.
Land and sea, surf and turf.
My God. This man is crazy, but you know what? I just got to give one more shout out to the Haitian community, because you're not taking it. And if you feel like you're being wrongfully or unjustly accused of anything or being picked up, because we have, well, I won't say that because then you'll be at my door. But anyway,
please don't. Well,
we know people that are immigrants that are working for them, legally working for them, and they still have that fear factor. They come to work looking over their shoulders. They're at work looking over their shoulders, and they're going home looking over their shoulders. That's no way to live. Not supposedly in America. This is supposed to be the land of dreams.
I can't imagine having to live with that type of fear.
You can. You're a Black man. Every time you go and get in a car.
But not to be deported, though. Like, I'm going to get snatched up, and my family or my wife or my kids may not know where I'm at, because ICE may just come take me at any moment. Now, my PTSD is because I'm a Black man, but I told you earlier, my anxiety was high this morning, and it wasn't even, it was like, it wasn't the police, it wasn't deportation, it was a bill. But it was like, to have that type of anxiety and be anxious like that every day, I know got to be overwhelmed. And you have to go to work, so you can't just stay in and hide out so that you're not in the sight of them. You have to get out. You have to be in the world. You still have to feed your family. So yes, that's a high level of anxiety that didn't necessarily have to be here. Yeah. You know, I'm not sure what the sentiment is or what the end goal is, but the process is flawed. Yeah, yeah. But we're praying for the Haitian community. We're praying for the migrant community. We're praying for this country. Yes. Because we are in deep need of prayer. We are, in the voice of the late, great Reverend Evans, these are crucial times. Yes, it is. Times of uncertainty and unrest. But you know what we are definitely certain about? We are definitely certain about the fact that God will never leave you. He will never forsake you. And for believers, and I'm talking to a gang of believers right now, but for believers, what goes on in the world does not affect you. You know why? Because you have to be in the world, but not of the world. Like literally, your protection has to be so strong. Your faith has to be so strong that things could be going on around you, and you got to have the faith of Job that is not going to affect you. That's it. And you know what? I would say, and you'll be singing like Charlie Wilson, I'm blessed, but I also believe that we're premiering a new song, and so I want to dedicate the next song to Tamara Fair on the air. You rock with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. When did you roll in here? Hey, twin. What's up? Twin, where have you been? You smell amazing. You got your... Where my cologne?
Is your Instagram on today?
Turn that down
I
just a
don't know.
little, though.
Don't turn that down. I want to hear.
I don't want us to get blocked, but
No.
this ain't. Oh, this is an independent song.
Yes, and it's
Who is it?
Kenny's son. Now, granted, he has Grammys, but
Oh, wait, Kenny.
Kenny Lloyd.
Really?
Yeah. His name is Scooty.
Alex.
Alex. Well, his name is Alexander, but Scooty to us. What's up, Stan in your lane? Hey, Nico. It's something. Did you update?
Nikyle. Where you been at, Nikyle?
Well, do something to it because it's been doing it every day. It's not gonna work. I'm telling you now, it's not gonna work. Hey.
So wait, no Adam today?
He's at Chappelle because Chappelle has to have a new air conditioner.
Hey.
Well, hello. That's the cutest dress on the cutest girl.
My furnace went out yesterday too. Oh, I told you.
No, you didn't.
I thought
you said you
my
was trying
HVAC guy. Yeah, they're so hot.
Hello, beautiful. How are you? It's great seeing you.
Look at that. What's her name? The lady, the Disney.
Have you heard from God lately?
What's pretty early?
No, she has red hair. Orange hair. I'm a Google it.
Yeah, Google it.
Fair, what you doing? What have you up here fumbling?
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, you look amazing as usual.
As usual.
Merida. That's it. Merida. Princess Merida.
Tammy.
Huh?
Yeah.
Princess who?
Merida.
Yeah, finna her. That's my new name.
Oh my goodness.
Marcel, you on the show Friday morning?
Yeah. Friday afternoon, you know.
Sorry, guys. I had to make a
Hey,
text.
this is your main man, Action Jackson, and let me put you on to where I get my
Here, you don't
style
need
right.
that.
GQ Gentleman, located at 7
No, that's yours.
South
I
State
got
Street,
one.
Oh.
right here in Chicago. Whether it's
I
for
got
church,
one. Say his
prom,
name.
weddings, or galas, GQ
I want you to
Gentleman
play that
has
every
suits that
week,
keep
at
you
least 3
looking
times
sharp
a
and
week,
feeling
please.
confident.
Okay.
Need
Thank
that
you.
perfect fit? Call them at 773-966-4383. That's 773-966-4383. And tell them Action Jackson sent you. GQ Gentleman, where Chicago.
Who, that's your
suited and booted.
Yeah, that's what we do around here.
Imagine this: your sleep and
I don't know who that guy is in the picture though.
Someone's at your door. Would you rather be
That's MJ.
Hmm.
That's MJ daddy.
Safety isn't optional. It's a necessity. That's why we trust Secure Home Automation, the experts in
You
life
guys do need a
safety
new photo
and
shoot.
security systems.
Huh?
You need a new photo shoot.
Oh, for sure. If you have been in that photo shoot with us that time, you'd have been like, you need one now. We were cutting up. It was bad.
That's right.
It was really bad.
Automation today at 866-447-3344
Tammy cute though.
and take control.
Tammy cute. Okay, well, that's all that matters. That's what's up.
Tammy, we got on green and a little orange. I didn't even realize my patch was, and he got on his green and orange.
I'm gonna take out winning and then just replace it with I'm blessed.
Okay, perfect.
Be family. Be different.
Be queese.
Be queeze.
Y'all are well, you not. He's
Yeah,
queese.
I called him last night. Like, don't forget my cologne.
He didn't forget that he wore it.
Put it on, I sprayed it, like come down to the car and get it.
I'm charging you by the ounce gone too.
Have you gotten a lot of compliments?
You know what? I didn't spray it. Today was my first time.
I'm talking about today.
Just walking up. Oh man, it's a whole like group of people outside. Well, it was definitely the cologne. It
Shut up,
wasn't.
E. Shut up. You look like you lying. You
Right, I'm
smell
like,
like that.
Reverend, what are you talking about?
It was the cologne.
You look like you lying.
It was a group of Africans all in white shirts outside.
You stupid. Good. Give him my website.
Oh, this show.
That's okay. DJ B-Lo. What's go. Thank you guys for joining us today. We got a great guest for you.
Yeah.
For all you men out here who are looking for a fantastic role model, today is the day that you definitely want to tune in and tell some of your men friends to tune in as well.
If you or anyone you know is uninsured, underinsured, or you just need a free assessment of your life insurance and investments plan so you can be prepared for retirement, go ahead and give us
I'm so glad yesterday I got my feet done because my feet were looking like I was a coconut tree climber.
277-6772.
Marcel.
Where's the nation, Jackson?
Mike's a hot brother. What's going on is joining us today on the Brunch Bunch is none other than the Eric Knowles Jr., a passionate advocate for youth development and style with purpose. He's here to give us the inside scoop on the Signature Style Summit, an empowering event designed for young men ages 13 to 19, and the Black Men's Wear Chicago Takeover going on this weekend. From free headshots and leadership panels to financial forums and a brand new tailored suit, this summit is about more than just fashion. It's about preparing the next generation of gentlemen. Let's welcome for the first time, Brother Eric Knowles Jr.
Thank you for having me.
We are super excited. You know, when we saw your post go viral with all these men just walking in these fantastic suits, like you couldn't help but stop and pause for the cause. Didn't know it was a cause. The cause for us was here's 1,000 black men dressed up. You might not get that assembly often.
Yep, except in the Haitians the other day. But
Right.
they didn't have suits on whooping ice. But you know what? Let ice try to come to the Black Men's Wear. I think they'll get caught something too. But let's talk about it. What is Black Men's Wear? And this video of all these people, men in suits, what is it? Why do you do it? What is it?
Well, Black Men's Wear, it's an organization run by Neandre and another guy, Evan. One is out of Dallas, other out of LA. And these were just a group of men that I saw that was really changing the narrative of black men in suits online. So it's an organization got together and said, hey, let's just pull up to a different city and invite other men. And we curate this whole weekend full of events. And a lot of these men have never worn suits in their lives. So they bring out their children. I remember just recently we were in Charlotte, and one of the guys walked up, and his sister brought him. And you can tell that he didn't know really what was going on. And I said, hey, you need some help? He said, yeah, I just did 23 years in prison for a crime I didn't commit. And this is my first time wearing a suit. And I heard a bunch of men will be in town. And it was like, just a real full circle moment of really why we do this.
Wow, that's impactful. So what makes this Signature Style Summit so different from the other youth events in Chicago? Now, ergo, you just made a difference in terms of people who have never worn suits, who've never even been in an assembly of men that have worn suits, are now able to actually join this assortment of men. But for the youth, like you don't usually see young kids, especially 19 years old, in suits. So what's the whole differential for this consortium?
Seeing what is going on in our culture, and I've had my store on 71st and State for the last 10 years, so I couldn't help to see the real need of what's going on in our community. And I've learned that males are born, but men are made. So actually seeing and dealing with these boys over the years, understanding that, their parents may not have known what to teach them. So now it's business owners and other men are getting together, kind of pulling the slack. And I've grown so much in this of understanding things that I didn't know that, my parents just didn't know to teach me. So it's like, as we learn, we just share it with these men.
It was amazing.
And shout out to your parents, especially your father, Mr. Eric Knowles Sr., who is an avid listener. And my first time in the store, Tammy, I was up talking to E about a suit. It may have not been my first time your father. And he was in the back, and he came out. He said, I know that voice. That's Action Jackson from the Brunch Bunch. Wow. So shout out to Mr. Knowles. So E, for those that are listening, let's talk about the weekend before we just jump into the summit. Thousands of men are about to come to the city, get their best suits out, and you guys got a lot of events going on. What's happening?
Wow, very impactful weekend, and yes, my dad is the reason I'm sitting here today, because I had that influence in my life. But this weekend, we we have hundreds of men coming together after the South Summit, which is on Friday at Whitney Young from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. They have opened their doors to us right here on the West Side. 10 to 2, and then Saturday at 10 a.m. at the Ivy Lawn, Great Ivy Lawn, which is the Field Museum. We have hundreds of black men and their boys coming together for a day of networking and socializing, and the mayor, he'll be there speaking at 11:30 as well.
So Saturday, the men put on their suits,
Put on the
show up for the photo shoot, the video.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
At the Field Museum, no doubt.
Yes.
So when you're driving along Lakeshore Drive, you will see a sea of black men just assorted on the lakeshore.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Now, I used to tell the women, I said, hey, I host Chicago Defender Men of Excellence. You looking for a man, you better pull up in the room. It's about to be 100 of them being honored. Same. So, listen.
Ladies, pull up. Bring your lint brush.
All right, they're going to be out there fixing ties and wipe the soup down.
Well, you know what? I think that is amazing. But let me ask you a question. What's the impact of offering free headshots and tailored suits to these young men?
It is every city we go to, we have our outreach. So, but here, Chicago, there are so many boy organizations that do things for boys. So we partner with all of the other organizations so that they can give us their boys, and we've also opened it up to the public as well. However, a lot of these events, you get good information, but we wanted them to leave with something tangible that they can, now use this headshot for your LinkedIn profile, for your social media, something professional.
Yeah.
Yes, because jeans and hoodies, it's okay to wear that, but now let's switch it. Let's shift gears. Let's give them something different to look forward to and to move forward to.
I want to ask all the men in this studio. Do you notice that when you put on a suit that it may change your behavior or change your confidence level, or does it not impact you at all?
Absolutely. We do about 400 proms a year at our store, and not once over the last 10 years have I heard of a fight at a prom. When you're dressed up, you look and feel amazing. And every time a parent bring in their boys or a kid, a 4-year-old, will put a suit on him, he does not want to take it off. Never. Always crying, but it is, you just feel different. And when you look good, you feel good, and everybody else can feel that too. Yeah. And it's like, let's start from there.
It's kind of like what women do. When we get our hair done, you can't touch us.
Literally or figuratively?
Both. Now, I don't know about other women. Black women will tell you, hey, don't touch my hair. Don't touch my hair.
Well, speaking of 4-year-old, make sure you have a 3-year-old suit, because MJ is excited about Saturday and putting his suit on. But what I love about this is stuff they don't usually show in the news. You got black men coming together, just making a statement. There's not a church service. You ain't going to be raising no offering. You're actually going to give back. And so you said when you travel, you set up this shop for the young men from the community to come. Do they have to register for Friday's event? And let's talk about some of the speakers and what's happening Friday.
Yes, there is a registration link, and
we're definitely going to put it on our socials.
Perfect. So. And Friday, what to expect? We have about 10 different speakers. So I've asked to help with this, the Obama Foundation, Chris Crater with MBK, My Brother's Keeper, Leo is also a part of this, I Am a Gentleman, Jermaine Anderson, Derek Christian, which is his company, Mr. Suitables, and then also Chase is coming in doing a Chase Your Dreams.
Oh, wow. Well. Oh, I like that. That's a great play on words.
Yes.
So for teens and families on the fence about signing up, what would you say to encourage them to just take that next step, that leap? Come in, make sure that you bring your boys so that they can see all of these distinguished men, if you will.
think if we want different, we have to do different
and look different. And I gotta say too that you not only is your suit banging, but your suit smells good.
It goes hand in hand. If you look good, you feel good, you smell good. It just works.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I'm glad Tammy said that. And you're doing amazing things. So for those of you that don't know, when I'm fresh in my nice suit, they come from GQ Gentlemen. My stylist right here, brother Eric knows. And so you're doing amazing things on the South Side. Friday, Saturday now. Some of the ladies are like, I want to know where they at. Y'all got a few other things, you know.
Oh, yes. The weekend is very eventful. So after the weekend, after the event, the Signature Style Summit, be on the lookout. I forget what we're having Friday evening, but Saturday after the flash mob, we've partnered with the Chosen Few, the House Picnic. So that's going to be like our official after party of the flash mob.
Y'all going to be at the House Picnic in your suits?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's going to be a sight to see.
That going to look like the FOI. You rolling deep. How many men are going to be there? 1,000?
Oh, you know what? We have... the registration has been crazy.
Really?
Yeah, it has been through the roof. So
ladies.
Oh, absolutely. This is where you want to be.
Pull up.
Pull up. And then that evening after the house picnic, we've also partnered with what is it called? Trivia. It's a game.
Urban Trivia.
Urban Trivia.
Yes.
Urban Trivia. Then on Monday we have something with Kendra G at Promontory.
Y'all got a whole itinerary. Yes. Well, Tammy said, ladies, pull up like the song. You fancy, huh? Hair, Dion, nails, did everything, did.
Yeah, don't come raggedy, y'all. Come correct, for sure.
Well,
if the men got on a suit, you better bring your suit-ish wear.
But you know, women always come out looking presentable.
They do. Yeah. They really do. So how did this partnership with organizations like Black Menswear, MBK, Chicago, and Chase come together? Because you got some heavy hitters in your collaboration.
You know what? I really just invited my friends, and they just happen to be a part of these organizations.
Oh, you got some good friends there.
Yes, and people who also have a heart for what you do. And these brothers, they do this on their own. So it was just a marriage that really came together. Yeah.
Well, you know what? And you said it. You got great friends. You got some leadership panels, financial forum. Can you talk about some of the key speakers who will be speaking? Because one, give them a shout out, and we want people to know what to expect.
Absolutely. So, Evan Marshall, who's the COO of Black Menswear, he'll be doing a panel on motivation and leadership. We have again Jared Evans, who's our representative from Chase, who will be doing the Chase Your Dream portion. Jermaine Anderson and Will Dingle will be doing Suits 101. And Neandre, who's the CEO of Black Menswear, he and myself would just be, we'll be doing the opening welcome. And then lastly, we have TikTok Terry and Big Twan. They'll be doing the personal branding portion of the conference.
Let me say, Suits 101, it's a whole ism, y'all. It's an ology. Like, literally, after you leave this summit, you will not look at a person in a suit the same way, including yourselves.
That's it.
And for anyone who's wearing a suit, is that okay? Because a lot of women wear suits, too.
Wear them well.
Yeah.
Well, listen, if you don't have a suit and you need a suit and you can afford a suit, go pull up at GQ Fashion on 71st.
You can't afford.
Oh, I don't want to give your stuff away. I was letting you say it.
Suit financing up in the
It didn't stop you before.
What's your address, though?
7149 South State. Right on 70, really like the corner of 72nd and State. On the strip, you'll see all the suits in the window. But we do have options if you don't have it. And I don't know if it was mentioned that every boy that registered gets a brand new tailored suit with the registration of the event as well.
And they have to be within that age range,
13 to 19.
Every boy that's registered. So moms, listen, you don't even have to. This is a no-brainer. For your next major event, you don't have to buy a suit. All you got to do is register and get a suit, right? So you definitely want to come here. You know what? I got to tell you a story. When Marcel's whole stilo changed, I knew he had a new stylist. And I said to myself, because he had on a suit, a pink suit, right?
Yes.
Because you guys do some bold things. And he was like, Tammy, I was kind of nervous wearing it. I was like, that's your best looking suit. Whoever your stylist is, you keep them.
Woman of excellence.
That was Woman of Excellence.
Yes.
Yeah, we fought.
It was fuchsia.
And fuchsia pink.
You ain't gonna win that.
I know. But you know what? We're going to win, and we're going to keep winning, because when we get back, we're going to keep talking about how you can get your free suits, how you can register, and how if you walk by faith and not by sight, you could probably find you a new man this weekend at Black Men's Well. Don't go nowhere. We got way more to share right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Free suits, y'all. You ever
Free
heard of
suits
such
and a
thing?
new
We
man.
just gave out free eggs, free money, free suits. Like, literally, this is the place to be. Thank you, Louis. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That made my day. Thank you.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
So the other day when y'all left, I was trying to move the grill.
Mm-hmm.
The grill fell down, and that's my thumb.
Oh, you got a little burn.
No, not a little. It just looks a little down because it's 2 days old.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was something.
Which grill?
The one to the left. There was 2 grills out there.
Yeah, okay.
So the one to the left, but both of them were big.
Yeah.
But I think I'm 5'9".
I'm about to say, why was you out there moving grill?
Because it was in my way. I dropped that grill so fast, you would have thought it was hot. And you know what? Speaking of what Charlie Wilson is saying, free men or free suits? You crazy. It depends.
You get a free suit, the man gonna cost.
It depends on what I was going to say something and everybody would have taken it wrong. But it depends on what your gift to gab is. Men could be free. In fact, you can get paid.
Oh, Lord.
Tanya, you crazy.
I need more suits. I'm going to get in their store. They're not far from me.
Thank you, staying in your lane. She said, don't play with her girl.
I see.
Thank you so much. So it's about time somebody took up for me.
Whoa,
and I tell you what's up.
It was nice. I'm glad. I need to shout that out.
Huh? We got half a minute of the song left.
Fuck there this morning.
Who was that? Oh, United Center. It was nice. I didn't think Wu-Tang would pack out the United Center.
What? Absolutely.
I just said.
Are you crazy? But of course, you didn't even know who.
I didn't know one Wu-Tang song.
No, of course not.
I knew Cream when I want.
No. You don't know house music?
Terry Hunter is just a really.
How do you not know Terry? If you know Terry Hunter, how do you not know house music?
I just let him close, like doing his.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But you're a house head now.
You're a house head now?
Being in the mix.
Are you dancing?
You love a Thursday night at the field. Thursday night, hate to see you come.
I'm just your designated driver.
Yeah, right.
And he needs one on Thursday.
Tina said,
Day.
Tina said, to see a black man, what a vision.
I mean, gainfully employed, mentally stable black men, because you definitely want one of those.
$20 seconds.
Let's just say MJ is watching us on live, and he got the phone telling the kid, "This my daddy on the radio."
Who said that?
MJ.
Where is he?
They at the library.
Hilarious.
5, 4.
Hey, Lolo.
2, 1.
Look at me, I'm blessed. I look even more blessed when I got on one of my GQ fashion suits. It's your main man, Action Jackson, and you're rocking with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. And I'm posted next to who's always suited and booted.
It's your girl, Tamara Fair, on the air, and I am so happy to be blessed and flocked with 2 gentlemen who know how to dress. There's something to be said about a man who knows how to dress head to toe. Because, sometimes you can see a man in a really nice suit and his shoes be busted.
Yeah. I had to tell a young man the other day, don't you wear no more gym socks with them dress shoes, buddy. I had to get you a pair.
So I like the fact that there's not just a suit being given to these young men, but also how to dress that suit up. or down, because you can dress a suit up or down. So there's education that goes along with this suitology, if you will. So what's your long-term vision for the Signature Style Summit, or do you see it expanding beyond Chicago? I know that you started getting people from different areas in the country, but where is this going in your long-term vision?
That's actually why we called it this, so that we can do this maybe.
Let's go to Detroit next and ask them to stop wearing gaiters to everything.
You know what? We may do it on the west side one more time so we can filter them out. Because that's really Detroit.
Exactly. No, it's the Gators and the knee socks.
But you know what? I would say that's their kind of own sense of style. That's where they were born and raised. Like, I went to the shoe shine this morning, and all of those guys got wide leg pants and gaiters. And, you know, I guess that's fashion. It's real subjective.
The wide leg pants are coming back. Let's talk real quick since you're a professional. We want people to know you're a professional. This is a lightning round. I want you to give the brothers listening.
You didn't get a man a chance to answer that last question, but go ahead.
Because we running out of time. I want you to give the do's and don'ts of suit wearing. Since y'all talking about flared pants and all that. You know, some people say that's just my style, but I look at some brothers in suits and be like, bro, you shouldn't have did that.
Do's and don'ts. Wow.
Let's go with the do's first.
Do's. I would say probably one of the number one rules is don't look at cost. People look at K&G and all of this as somewhere bad, but a cheap tailored suit will look a lot better than an expensive non-tailored suit.
Off the rack.
Yeah. I started from the thrift store. Everything that I would get would come from the thrift store when I didn't even know I would be in this business. Never wanted to, but it was just I got fired, and I would go to the thrift store, and I'm like, I like to dress, so it had to work. A lot in between that, but yeah, I would say shop on sales racks. Get some of the most inexpensive items, but then take it to a tailor, and you will look a lot better in those items.
And take it to that 7149 South State tailor, y'all. That's it. So those are the do's. What are the don'ts? Don't look at the cost. You said that.
Don't
wear them too tight.
That medium thing got to go.
Got to go. It shouldn't be in the church.
Slim fit is a word, yes, but you don't. Your body type. Dress your body type.
Dress your body type. Yeah. That is a good one. Yeah. You know what? Because I see so many men with suits that like hug their stomachs.
Oh, yeah.
And then the stomach flaps over. That's not a good look, guys. Don't do that.
Fitted, but it's not.
No, that's
Do you think they're going for the tailored look, though? The smaller the suit, it'll look like it got tailored.
Unfortunately, it's just too tight.
Yeah,
we see you.
We see you. Well, listen.
And your voice changed because you can barely breathe.
You can barely breathe. But you know, EU are the only reason I come south to buy anything is to come to GQ Men. So, brothers, if you have not been there, you want to check them out. That's 7149 South State Street. They're open
Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed on Sunday. Chick-fil-A.
Okay, Christian.
You be at Chick-fil-A. What'd you say?
No, you can't go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday. Well, what are your website? What's your website? What's your socials? Because people are asking.
So, and then all of the information for this weekend can be found on my Instagram, eknowles23, like Beyonce, EKNOWLES 23. Or
Related?
Black Menswear on Instagram, Black Menswear.
All right.
Pull up this weekend, brothers. Get your suits. Families, mothers, fathers, grandfathers, aunties, cousins, whoever. If you got some young boys, 13 to 19, register them for the summit on Friday. Is it free?
It is free.
It's free. And for every young man, 13 to 19, to register, they're going to leave with a tailored suit.
That is incredible.
That is incredible. Brother E, you guys are doing some amazing things. Thank you for joining us on the Brunch Bunch.
I'm gonna get some of my kids in my daycare centers to go over there and register because they definitely love wearing suits. You just seeing a preschooler change the way that they act because they did something simple like put themselves in a suit. It's incredible.
Yeah, and I think we need to start proms. Proms are out of high school, but if we did like some 8th grade proms, kind of get them started early.
Yeah.
Dressing up, not necessarily proms, but yeah.
Well, you could just take them to church and put a suit on.
Hey, that's how we got started.
But that's once a week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now proms they're one-offs, but you know what I think too? If you had men going to class in college in suits, that would be incredible.
Because kids can only be what you see. And I mentored a young man once, and I never told him how to dress, but one day his mother called and said, "Can you come help D? He got a tie on." I said, "Well, where he going?" And she said, "He said he wanted to look nice like Mr. Marcel." And I said, "Well, tell him I don't wear ties every day, but
I can come
but
help
you know, I'm gonna help him, you know." But that's the testament of we got to show up in our suits. Bring your young guys out Friday. Bring them out Saturday to be a part of the photo shoot and the video.
And man, I was gonna say you can come on Friday as well and show up, volunteer. Presence help. Just seeing men there in the room really, really helps as well.
So it's Friday, 10 to 2 at Whitney Young, and Saturday at the Field Museum on the Great Ivy Lawn. And you guys know where the Field Museum is, right there on Financial or Federal Street, right there on the Lakeshore Drive. So y'all come out. Make sure that we have a presence known at this summit.
Well, I'm so excited to get there. I'm about to leave now. Okay. You know what? Because we're out of time and we're never out of content. We encourage you to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair on the air. I really, really, really love you.
Yeah, didn't I tell you guys a long time ago that when he starts really loving me, he got an angle? But Marcel Jones.
Jones.
Marcel Jones. You are not Jackson anymore. I love you too.
Believers, we love you. We out.
Marcel Jones. That's a pimp name.
That do sound like a little pimp.
He pimping over here, y'all. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Truly appreciate you. You guys get out there on Friday and Saturday. Make sure that you make your presence known and get your kids a suit. Register and get a free suit. Free anything is great, but it's not free candy. We're not talking about free tickets. We're talking about a free whole suit. You can pass this down from generation to generation. All right, y'all. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.
What?
Bro, I just turned 20. I can't get a free suit.
He just turned 20.
In April.
Absolutely. Send them.
It's him.
Pull up.